rundown, we take a look at the Oscars, Robin Roberts returns to Good Morning America, and find out what the weekend weather forecast has in store.
Clean hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. And you'll realize just how much cash
Good afternoon. I'm Rob Marshall. 5 people are dead after a small plane crashed in East Georgia on Wednesday night. McDuffie County Sheriff Logan Marshall told CNN that the plane looked like it may have just overshot the runway, just barely missing a manufacturing building and crashing in the woods. The aircraft landed at Thompson-McDuffie Regional Airport and ran off the end of the runway. Up next, Tim Tebow cancels a speech at a Dallas church.
Former Olympian Oscar Pistorius looked down as he entered court in South Africa for day 3 of his bail hearing. Outside the courtroom, a startling development. Police are taking the chief investigator off the case because he himself is facing attempted murder charges.
A team of highly skilled and experienced detectives, they shall continue with this investigation.
Hilton Botha is accused of being drunk when he allegedly opened fire on a minivan full of passengers in 2011. The charges were withdrawn but were reinstated earlier this month, 10 days before Pistorius fatally shot his girlfriend Riva Steenkamp at his home. Prosecutors say the double amputee, known as the Blade Runner for his prosthetic racing legs, intended to kill his girlfriend when he fired 4 times through a bathroom door. Pistorius claims he thought she was an intruder. The victim's best friend says Steenkamp cared deeply about ending violence against women.
She was very passionate about it. The next day, on Valentine's Day, she was going to talk to women about abuse.
Pistorius faces life in prison if convicted of premeditated murder. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
The funeral for model Riva Steenkamp, who was killed by world-famous Olympic athlete Oscar Pistorius, took place in the South African coastal town of Port Elizabeth. It was a private affair for family and friends far away from media attention. A new chief detective has been appointed in the Oscar Pistorius murder case. The new detective will replace a veteran policeman who was himself charged with attempted murder several years ago. Pistorius, who was an icon and a source of inspiration as a double amputee that participated in the Olympics, is charged with the murder of his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp. Pistorius said that he thought Steenkamp was an intruder when he shot her through the locked bathroom door in his home. Americans may be feeling $85 billion in forced budget cuts. Some areas where citizens would be affected would be at national parks, airport security, education, public health, crime, and unemployment benefits. These cuts will not be made if Congress compromises on the deficit reduction plan before the March 1st deadline. The cost of beef is expected to go through the summer about 10%, but beef officials said the increase to the consumer is necessary. The spike is because of last year's drought, driving up cattle feed prices and shrinking the average size of cattle herds. The 10% increase isn't guaranteed, but we could see it as soon as March or April. Consumers are tightening their budgets and looking for other ways to save money. According to a survey released Thursday, nearly 3/4 of respondents said they were cutting back to cope with tax changes this year, including dining out less, limiting travel plans, and skipping everyday indulgences. According to the National Retail Federation, which sponsored the survey, Katherine Jackson is the center of a custody battle scandal. The mother of the late Michael Jackson has been reportedly held against her will by her children, Randy, Jermaine, Janet, and Revy, in an attempt to sever her custody over Michael Jackson's children. In his will, the pop star left 40% of his estate to his 3 children, who will also inherit their grandmother's portion when she dies. Jackson left nothing to her father and his siblings. Ibrahim Kobani, a 19-year-old extremist, released another video today. In it, he announces a warning for Alawites, saying, "We will come to slaughter you," a chilling warning to the minority religious sect of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, who has stacked the top ranks of his security forces with fellow Alawites. Due to a procedural glitch the last time around, the Mississippi government this month will formally ratify the 13th Amendment, abolishing slavery. The amendment was adopted by the U.S. in 1865. Like several other states whose delegations opposed the measure at the time, New Jersey and Kentucky, including Mississippi, subsequently voted to ratify the amendment in 1995. But as reported in the Clarion Ledger, a key step was never taken and the ratification was not made. Now, 148 years later, African Americans can officially be free.